The app. We're also on your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. Now, listening to good things, we've got some of the best places in the world right here in Mississippi, but sometimes that takes a little bit of our help to vote and let the rest of the world know what we've got going on here. And joining us to tell us about what's happening in Natchez is Jessica with Visit Natchez. So, hey, Jessica.
Hey, Rebecca. Thanks for having me.
Are y'all still going through the pilgrimage, or was that closer to maybe Thanksgiving in the early fall?
We are still currently. We do have the Christmas pilgrimage tour of homes going on right now. So it's a great time to come see some of those homes that aren't open year-round, and they're all decked out for Christmas.
Which is a wonderful addition to maybe your Christmas getaway. The kids are going to be out for 2 weeks. Don't forget about Natchez, and coming from a lot of us, it's a quick trip. It could be a day trip or an easy over-the-night trip. But right now, we just need your votes, right? Like for Natchez to be able to solidify what we already know is that it's some of the best in the world. So what are you guys up for?
So we've been nominated for the World's Best through Travel and Leisure. Natchez, the city of Natchez, has been nominated for the Best City in the United States category. And then two of our properties, Dunleith Historic Inn and Monmouth Historic Inn, have both been nominated for Best Hotels in Mississippi.
Do you know what it takes to get on those lists? Are there any specific, things that have to happen for you to be able to do that?
Well, it takes a lot of things, but really they look at reviews, they look at visitor experiences, they look at different community partners that do their best to push this out and get in front of the right people. So just all of that together kind of keeps Natchez on the map.
And well, too, the historic homes that are there that are so beautiful and welcoming and give us an opportunity to sort of step back in time when you visit Natchez. Give us a little bit of history about the two historic homes or buildings that are up for voting.
Okay. Well, Monmouth Historic Inn and Gardens is a beautiful home. When you stay there, it's kind of like you're stepping back in history. They've got a restaurant that you can actually eat inside of the home, which is unique to a lot of the houses here in Natchez. And then Dunleith Historic Inn was actually just reopened. They closed during the pandemic. They've reopened. They've revamped. It's a wonderful location. They are doing a lot with the community. They just had Allumere Lights Festival. So both properties are beautiful. We're very glad to have them.
Are they open bed and breakfast? Could we still maybe get us a night in before the end of the year?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And both have several rooms and several different opportunities to stay on the property, so they're pretty large.
So I know Natchez is also popular for film crews to come down and, utilize the beautiful downtown and all of the really unique historic spots to create films. I was trying to think, every time a bell rings, is that the name of the movie that maybe was shot there a year or two ago now, Jessica? I'm putting both of us on the spot.
Yes, that is one of our Hallmark movies, and more recently Lifetime filmed one around that same time called a New Orleans Noel, and it just premiered last weekend on Lifetime.
That's really exciting, and it's funny because you think about Christmas movies, it needing to be cold, but here we are in December, 80 degrees, and so It doesn't always feel like Christmas, but it definitely looks that way. So if we wanted to make a trip to Natchez coming up during the holiday season, what are your best recommendations of things to see or to plan for?
Okay, well, I definitely think that you have to come for at least 3 days. You're going to want to stay in one of our bed and breakfasts. They're beautiful and lovely and accommodating. And you have to take a tour downtown, see all of our Christmas lights. Our Christmas in Natchez group does a wonderful job. It's decorated, very similar to a Hallmark movie. You definitely want to check out some of our music venues, a Christmas tour of homes. I mean, there's really unlimited Christmas activities.
Which I think is something all families would want to add to their list of things to do. I know the cemetery there in Natchez gets a lot of hype around, obviously, the spookier fall season. But are those tours still going on and available during the holiday or any time of year?
Yes, you can tour the cemetery any time of year, and they have a very cool tour that you can put in the car and listen to as you drive through the cemetery as well.
All righty. Well, Jessica, how can we vote for Natchez to make sure that we make it into the list, the 2023 list?
Okay, so you're going to want to go to the Travel and Leisure website, and I have a link that I can give you if you've got somewhere to post that. It's a little tricky.
Yes, we can put it in the Good Things Facebook group for sure.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'll give you that, and then you can register to vote, and you can vote once per category per email address. So it's not an everyday kind of vote. One vote goes a long way.
Oh, that's nice.
Absolutely.
That is definitely nice. It also shows it's a little bit higher caliber of a voting system if they trust that your one vote sort of takes it. And obviously, I mean, we want Natchez to be able to be recognized for it. But in turn, if you win or when you win, what will this do for Natchez? It's a great just advertising opportunity or acknowledgement?
Yes, and it gets Natchez on the map in these bigger publications, gets in front of a lot of different people, and that's our end goal, is always to bring people to Natchez.
Absolutely, and that includes us here listening to good things. Sometimes, we're the ones who forget about our own backyards and we don't travel at home enough. And I think, that short break for the Christmas season is always a good time to see a new city here in Mississippi, and why not make Natchez part of that? So, Jessica, I appreciate your time and good luck. When will the voting end so we can know how it turned out?
Okay, voting ends February 27th, so we've got a little bit of time.
Well, but don't say that now. When you get the link, just go on to get your vote over with, and then you don't have to.
Go ahead before you get busy and forget.
And before you get busy and forget. So I appreciate your time, Jessica, and good luck. We'll be keeping up with this.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All righty. There you go. Pretty cool. If you've never been to the pilgrimage there in Natchez or been through some of those homes, you really are missing out. They do a wonderful job of keeping up those historic sites and then offering really neat tours, but also educational pieces. What's fun is Natchez is also known as the biscuit capital of the world. I think they kind of gave themselves that name, which is totally fine with me. And there's a lot of opportunities too to get biscuit making workshops and sort of tutorials, and as if we need those. I do. I mean, I don't make them necessarily